So I'll come on quick to teach a high dimension lesson. I've kind of talked about this before, but um to me, learning what the higher dimension is realizing that we have the vocabulary already in our dimension, things like love and perseverance and forgiveness. Those types of words actually are gateways into these higher dimensions. The problem is in the 3D, we kind of see a lot of them on the very same plane. For example, so here's an example. There's definitely a difference between love and unconditional love. The unconditional love is definitely a higher dimension. And then eternal love is even higher, I would say. Um, and life is basically, to me, for um, a better wellness and understanding and mental, emotional, spiritual health, what have you, is learning the words like that we've been taught for so long, their meaning, but really to meditate on them and really understand how each word feels to you and the importance of it to you. So, what helped me to realize more of what really love feels like is only using the word love and speaking it only for things that actually make sense for love. Like, it made sense to me to stop saying, I love a TV show, I love a color, I love inanimate objects basically that are not people, or I guess you could throw experiences into that if you want. So realizing that importance to you, so that was important to me to discern what I would deem as love, and to me, other people especially, um, is what I would say. So if I accidentally caught myself, which takes a lot of awareness, if I accidentally said, I love this TV show, I would say, wait, I mean, I really like this TV show, and and kind of just change that. And I think a lot of times we use love instead of instead of saying I love that painting, you could say actually I love the creative uh I don't know, creative things that this person did with a painting. Like I love, the inspiration. I love the creativity. I love these, and those are also, I would say, like higher dimensional things. And so how I know, like, and so an example of discerning these things is one big lesson for me was quality of time versus quantity of time. And this is kind of understanding where time, the word time is not linear. So if you think of time as a linear 3D physical world perspective, is a clock. You'll look at a clock, or you're looking at how long does it take me to get to a from point A to point B. There's a linear time of that. But we also lump in, how long does it take me to, or I don't even know, like, yeah, like I'll just jump into my example is when I learned that my quality of time actually is better than the quantity of time. So yeah, for example, for a long time I was a slob. Like yeah, I can do better for sure right now, but I would hate cleaning. I would only like eat off of paper plates and plastic forks and stuff because I needed to maximize the amount of time, which is the quantity of time. But what I failed to realize for a long time was that my quality of time was better. So maybe if I spent more time cleaning, I would have less time for fun activities. And of course, these are years that I was severely depressed. So it was like I was always running to get it, I was always hustling to get as much time, quantity of time. But what I realize now is that my quality of life will be a lot better. So on those free minutes that I have in my day for fun, they actually will increase immensely if I clean up a bit. Visually it helps. It's healthy to do that. I feel better about myself, that I did it. So there's more benefits to putting that time into things that will enhance your quality. So that's kind of, to me, an example where you start to discern, um, it's time is not linear in that sense. So also time and your personal growth. Um, so how do I say this? Uh, so for me, I don't even know how to describe this. I'm in my head thinking about how more beneficial it is to discern my wellness and realize like things like I guess I would beat myself up over how long in my life I went being so stubborn and not learning something. Um, and so it kind of, you feel like this regret, like you've wasted your life, but really, you know, that's just, you know, I value, I guess I should say, I value, how well I am mentally over, my actual physical accomplishments. Like I can look around, I know I'm all over the place. I'm all around, like I'm, I'm not, you can't see a lot of tangible change in the physical world with me. It's not like in last 5 years I've done anything physically, but everything's been so internal. But to me, what I realized, like, that's the important thing for me in this life right now, especially, but probably as a whole, is to feel more complete and focus more on the wellness. So that also is that feeling of truly fulfillment in your life. Um, and so you just value that. So valuing things and gratitude again are the entire dimensional things. So I'm probably straying a little more away from the point because it is hard to describe. So I just wanted to come on quick to describe, like, again, to summarize. We have the words, we have all the tools to figure this out. We have all the tools to figure out what we're destined for and what we need to do. And so you can use spells, and I say that in only a way of, and like to speak the words that are important to you, to be purposeful with the words that you use, to connect, your what you're thinking, what your thought is, what you're speaking, and with your heart and your emotions, and connecting those and being very aware of how words affect you. And then you can kind of break down, like I said, understanding, oh, there's a difference with time, there's a difference between love, there's a difference between um anything that, just certain words. So I guess if any of that made sense or was helpful, let me know.